Find the center and the radius of the following circle. Then graph the equation and label it with at least 4 ordered pairs. First, let's notice that we do indeed have the equation of a circle written in the general form because there's both an x squared and a y squared term, and they also have the same coefficient on the x squared and y squared terms. That tells us that our equation is the equation of a circle. So once we recognize it as being a circle, we know that we need to write it in the standard form in order to be able to extract the center, which will be located at HK, and the radius, which will be the value of R. In order to get from the general form to the standard form of the equation of a circle, we're going to need to complete the square on both the x terms and the y terms. But if you recall, in order to complete the square, the trinomial must have a leading coefficient of +1. So our first order of business is to get the +1 leading coefficient that's going to enable us to complete the square on the x terms and complete the square on the y terms. Since both of them currently have a coefficient of +2, all we need to do is to divide both sides of this equation by +2, and that's going to do it for us. Now remember, we're not allowed to cancel over, add, or subtract, but what we can do is split this up into a bunch of fractions. So each of these numerator terms gets its own denominator of a 2, and then 0 divided by 2 on the other side is still 0. So now that everybody's been split up, we do have multiplication in the numerator of these fractions, and we can cancel over multiply. So this first term reduces to being x squared, and then we have the 2's canceling here to give us y squared minus, we can cancel over multiply, 2 goes into 12 6 times, so this is going to be 6x. We can cancel over multiply, 2 goes into 8 4 times, so this will be +4y minus 24 divided by 2 is just 12 is equal to 0. And now we have those required coefficients of +1 that will enable us to complete the square. The first thing that we'll do is add the 12 to both sides to get the constant term to the other side of the equation, essentially making space for us to complete the square. So we have +12 on the right. We'll get our x terms together, so we'll say x squared minus 6x. We'll leave a little bit of space for the magic number, and then to that we'll add the 2 y terms, so this will be y squared plus 4y, and again we have a little space for that magic number that's going to complete the square for that trinomial. So to get the magic number for the x terms, the b coefficient is -6. We divide that by 2 and then square the quantity to get -3 quantity squared, which is 9. So we add 9 into the x terms to complete the square, but we also have to add 9 to the other side to maintain the balance of the equation. To get the magic number for the y terms, we're going to look at the b coefficient for the y's, which is 4, divide that by 2, square the quantity, so we have 2 squared, which is 4 here. So we add 4 into the left-hand side to complete the square, and also 4 to the right-hand side to preserve the balance. Now that we have 2 perfect square trinomials, these are going to factor into binomials squared. The first is going to be x minus 3 quantity squared, and then to that we're going to add, make sure you get a plus sign in here. The second trinomial factors into y plus 2, which is then going to be quantity squared, and all of these constants add together to give us 25. So this is the equation of the circle now converted into standard form, which then enables us to extract the center and the radius. The center is going to be the ordered pair where the x-coordinate is the opposite of what we see inside here, so +3. The y-coordinate is the opposite of what we see inside here, so -2. And the radius is going to be the square root of the number that we have here on the other side, so our radius is going to be 5. So now to graph this circle, we'll start at the ordered pair 3, -2, that is the center, and then we're going to go 5 units to the right, which will put us at the ordered pair 8, -2, 5 units to the left to land at the ordered pair -2, -2, then 5 units up, which puts us at 3, 3, and then 5 units down, which puts us at the ordered pair 3, -7. Then we do our best to connect these dots with a circle. And now it's time to check our answer. I'm going to select one of the ordered pairs on the outside of the circle, and I'll let this be my test representative And we'll check this point to see if it actually is an ordered pair solution to the equation. So we'll plug 3 in for all the x's and for all the y's, back into the original equation to see if it makes a true statement. So we have 2 times 3 gets plugged in for x, plus 2 times 3 gets plugged in for y, minus 12 times 3 gets plugged in for x, plus 8 times 3 gets plugged in for y, minus 24. So this gives us 2 times 9, which is 18, plus 2 times 9 again, another 18, minus 36, plus 24, minus 24, and this does total up to be 0. 18 plus 18 is 36, so it cancels out with that, and then we have plus and minus 24 here. So this gives us 0 is equal to 0, which says that 3, 3 is an ordered pair solution to the equation, and therefore it is a point on the graph. So I've only checked one of the ordered pairs on the outside, but all of these ordered pairs on the outside should plug back into the original equation to make a true statement. Remember, do not plug the center into the original equation. The center is not an ordered pair solution to the original equation because it's not a point on the outside of the circle.